The button.
I can do it.
All right. You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. All right. So, the wonderful thing about this game, speedrun this game, is that it starts off with a 3-minute cutscene. So that's pretty exciting. Starts things off strong. Yeah. I'm SeductiveSpatula.
I'm Jolner, and this is
Random Pink Bunny. So, people donated for no skips. No skips is pretty interesting. Sadly, it doesn't allow us to skip
Here's your new
stuff
desk,
by
kid.
using action
You're
skip
on traffic. The hot
and
sheet
fast
is
traveling,
posted here next to the
which
map.
results in we miss out
That's
on a
Biggs.
couple
He's an
pretty
institution.
funny action skips,
what all the
especially at the
fuss is
end of the run.
Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past
but
my
other than
place?
that,
They haven't
it's
even
gonna
approved the
involve,
money yet.
A lot
kid.
of
the bond issue won't be
likely
until
very terrible driving
It'll be
on my
years
part.
before any of this will
But
happen. Here's your new partner.
yeah, somebody will
Stefan
probably
Burkowski.
Heard all
find that
about
funny,
you,
so
Phelps.
that's fine.
You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation and maybe
So,
I'm here to
the
learn.
speedrun I live Noire, I like to say,
He's an
basically
intense
comes down
one,
to being the
isn't he,
worst
Mel?
detective possible.
The newly
So,
minted detective here. Cole
It turns
Phelps.
out
Hi, Phelps.
you don't really need to do a lot to succeed as a police officer in 1940s LA. So we're basically just going to ignore people, like suspects in cases and witnesses. We're, for the most part, just going to ignore them as much as possible. And we're going to pick up a couple objects and ignore others that seem pretty significant. Yeah. Getting towards the end of this cutscene now, and then we'll get started.
Warm Central Division, welcome for Detective Cole
So,
Phelps.
unfortunately, this game
Some of you guys may know
has a
Phelps. He's
bunch
the cop
of
who broke
bugs
the jewelry
and
store
glitches
murder.
and weird stuff going on, but absolutely none of it is useful.
If it's all right.
There's a lot of really cool things you can do in this game. You can clip through walls and get to the end of cases like right away.
Is one of only
But
two serving
this game is
LAPD
absolutely
officers who
obsessed with
received
triggers.
silver
So you need to
during
get through a certain amount of triggers
Give it those lousy Japanese,
before
eh,
you can actually finish the case. So
Phelps?
in quite a few cases we can get all the way to the end, and you can see the piece of evidence you need to interact with to end the case, but you can't do anything. So
Well, that's why we are partners, right?
I see some Morts in the chat. I'm a big fan.
Stick with
Wonderful.
Bukowski.
So yeah.
Good cop. He knows traffic inside and out.
For the most part, the route for regular or the regular 100% route and the no skips routes, they're very similar, but there's a couple differences. One of them we'll get to see in just a little bit.
Come on, Phelps.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to 45.
So right away, this game, or this case specifically, has a tiny bit of like optimization where currently our partner, Stefan Bukowski, is like behind us. He refuses to walk through the left door here, so he always walks through the right one. So I make sure to open this one. And then I wait for him a little bit so he starts talking earlier. I'm not sure why I'm doing that, because I'm doing no skips, which I already forgot. There we go. All right.
So normally you would wait for your partner to let them drive the car for you.
I mean, we did that anyway. We're just
We're nice people. We waited until he was right outside the car and then we left him there.
yeah, we baited him a little bit. That's just fun. All right. So driving in this game is interesting. It's not too bad, but I'm pretty bad at it. So I'm probably just gonna. I hate the siren in this game. I think it's way too loud, so I just turn it on and off every now and then to make sure people don't make left turns right in front of me. Stay down there. This is good. This is fine. This is fine. Car is fine. Car is fine. We lost the headlight. That's on. Oh, excuse me, sir. There's probably gonna be a lot of this, but that's fine. Also, I took a wrong turn at some point, so we'll just improvise. There we go. It's perfect. Also, I'm just going in circles at this point. What? There we go. There we go. This is fine. This is fine. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, ma'am.
Luckily, it doesn't really matter if you sort of destroy the town.
If you're going for high rating, you're screwed if you touch a lot of things in this game. But
Yeah.
luckily, in the case of this game, we're just. Where the hell is this marker? I'm very confused. All right, there we go.
Right.
Oh my god, this is good. This is good. Okay, car is still fun. We haven't lost our hood yet even. This is perfect. I like this driving and this amazing music to go with it. Just right, there we go. Alright, so now you'll get to see what this run mostly comes down to. So here, we should probably talk to the officer at the scene. He really wants to talk to us. We don't really want to talk to us, we just ignore him.
You giving me the hi-hat?
Yeah. Alright. Then we pick up this piece of paper, because that's very important. We're going to use this this clue in a actually very important interrogation later on. Let's just skip a really long chase sequence or like tailing sequence. So it's really useful.
32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy.
All right, so
What's he doing out here?
at this scene, this is clearly the only thing we need to do. We need to check if he has any money in his wallet, and we need to check the receipt for the pig. It's a really bloody car, and there's a tire iron. There's some stuff going on there. We're just gonna ignore most of that.
Get back here, Phelps. We're not done yet.
No. Phelps is done. Phelps is done. This is fine. Phelps is a highly trained unprofessional. Alright, I'm just gonna do this.
We have a $1 donation from Sierra Def. Good luck, Spat, but please, could you respect the rules of the road?
Oh, okay. I'm on it. Wait, he said the road payment is fine, right? And like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, here we go.
This works.
This is fun. This is fun. Yeah. Yeah, railroad is fine.
This is a very good strat.
Yeah. I also like the pop-in in this game. This is the PC version. The PC version is very bad. It's based off the Xbox 360 version, and well, it's not the best. It doesn't run very well, and it doesn't. Excuse me. And it doesn't really look too good either, but it's fun. It's fun. Also, how do you do cinematic? Yeah, here we go.
There we
Cinematic
go.
cam. Perfect. This could be awkward.
This
Oh god. Bad timer for camera change, I like it. Alright, so right now we looked at the two clearly most important things in, at the crime scene, so we're just gonna drive to the victim's wife and give her the good news. Let's just go here. Our car does not sound too good at the moment, I'm not sure what happened.
I mean, you haven't been driving completely flawlessly, so it should be perfectly fine.
No. I think this has all been good. Alright, so here I'm just looking for... Should be a Cola King board coming up here. Should be like this intersection right here. There we go. I wonder if I actually don't know if you can turn the car around there. No, it's like it defaults to a certain position. That's fine. So yeah, I mentioned that we're gonna pick up certain pieces of evidence and just ignore everything else. And we're also gonna ignore witnesses and suspects and everything. So the whole point now, our case objective is to inform this Mrs. Black of what has happened. We're instead gonna go snooping in her bedroom and look at this matchbook. It's a very important matchbook.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
And we're really interested in this matchbook, so we're going to look very closely at it.
Maybe Adrian was a patron.
And
I should have an address.
Cole Phelps also has a case of ADD, so he's tired of this house now, so we're just going to leave. There's probably nothing else interesting. And the wife probably doesn't need to know what has happened, so it's better for her not to know. What are you doing? You're a policeman! Oh my god, get out of my way. Alright. We head back the way we came. So, looking at the matchbook from the bar made Phelps very thirsty, so we're gonna go hit up the bar, see if we can find anything interesting.
So normally you would have to use a phone to get the address for the bar, but since we obviously already know where it is, we can just skip that phone call and just go straight there.
This is such a terrible idea, but it's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Small like ledges and bumps in this game can be deadly. Even something as little as a mailbox can make you jump like 7 feet into the air. Is pretty good. There we go.
Hey, I know you.
You don't.
No, you don't. Someone.
All right, so now we just talk to the bartender
We're looking for any known
because
associates of Adrian Black.
well, I thought we were going for drinks, but I guess we're looking for Frank Morgan.
They camp out the table in the back and talk on the closing. Frank's back there now.
All right, so this is where I would have run into trouble if I didn't pick up the receipt for the pig earlier.
LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
This guy is an incredibly good
Are you
liar,
aware that he's
as
missing?
you'll get to see in just a sec.
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
It's very believable, and it's a
Found
big fan of
Black's car
cops.
Abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
Okay, look at this face. Is this a fake liar? Yeah,
You're
he's-
lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
All right, so I'm going to be very careful
We found a receipt
during
in the trunk of the car.
menus in this game because they have incredible input delay. Like as soon as you your first input is always like
That
really
Adrian's
delayed.
fault, some
So
dame in Seattle. He
So I'm
wanted
gonna
me to
play
make
it
it look
really
like he'd
safe.
been attacked.
So in this case, because this is no skips,
exactly
I'm
is
gonna
Black
make
Hole
sure I get the address here, so I can just drive there myself instead of doing like a 4-minute tailing sequence. So in this case, I'm just doing lie and doubt and doing things properly. Whereas in the regular run, I would just mash it. I would just mash the fastest
Rolled
option,
up at my place,
which is usually truth.
waiting for some money to
Just
come.
blindly believe everyone.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
And here we get to choose if we wanna
I think that's all.
arrest or
Thanks for your
leave
help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
leave Morgan.
Hey, I'm
But
just
since
glad
he's
I
such
could help.
such an excellent liar, we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and just leave him alone.
No way I'm writing this idiot up.
There we go. Bye.
Refuses to accompany me to
Well, if
church.
it's all the same to you, I'll go back to my drink.
All right. Now we drive to his apartment, which is the final part of this case. Oh no, Bigowski, forget it. All right, so right now we're getting a. Excuse me. Why do you stop in the middle of the road? Crazy. These people. So we're getting a radio call right now. Game is desperately trying to tell us something, but we don't have our partners, so nobody's answering. Cole just ignores the call and just keeps going.
Where did they come
Excuse me. He's okay. He's okay. Don't worry about it. Right, so in the regular 100% route of this, we would just turn on the sirens. You're supposed to be super stealthy and tail this guy, and you can just like turn on the sirens and just fail the action sequence. And if you have action skip enabled, it's a default feature of the game. If you have that enabled, if you lose or fail a tailing sequence or action sequence, I should say, 3 times, you just get the option of skipping it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of interesting ways of failing these action sequences.
Yeah, most of them just involve like running over or shooting pedestrians, which is very good, or shooting just other policemen and stuff like that. There's some pretty good ones. All right, so that's the end of the first of 3 traffic cases. Again, like I said, if we were concerned about scoring, we would be in trouble because I think we get 1 star or 3 stars. It's pretty low, probably 1. Oh, we got some city damage and no. What is this? Okay, 3 stars. Yeah, that's good enough. Passing grade. All right. Then we'll move on to Marriage Made in Heaven. This case is very, very short. Normally it's like 5 or 6 minutes, I think. It's going to be a bit longer now because of driving, but that's fine.
But sadly, every case starts with a pretty long cutscene like that we can't skip.
One of them is like 3.5, 4 minutes, I think.
Gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
All right. So once again, Bukowski is apparently allergic to exiting through the left door of the...
Does it matter though?
No, it absolutely doesn't. That's the fantastic thing.
Oh, okay.
See, I have a pretty bad memory, so I was gonna fast travel again. Also, why did I grab this car? Okay, whatever, it's fine.
I mean, you're just being nice and opening the door for him, right?
Yeah, should be outside at this point. Don't leave me, Phelps. Oh, I tried to. If you press right on the D-pad, you can call for your partner and usually just yell at him and tell them they're too slow. Apparently it didn't work now. It's a shame. Alright, so a minor optimization here where we just run to the right immediately. So once again ignoring the officer at the scene. And we just go look at this trash can instead. Also, this knife it's clearly bloody. It's very interesting. But Phelps doesn't actually care unless you hold it at a specific angle. Then this is a knife covered in blood. This must be very important.
This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
All right, and then we go.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway.
Look at this
before they
unfortunate
back
fellow.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. Poor guy didn't stand a chance.
This guy doesn't have any money either, so we just look at this and see that he has life insurance, that's good. Could come in handy.
What have you got on the victim?
And now something kind of weird. It's not like super special, but it's kind of weird happens because we ignored the officer like when we arrived at the scene. We triggered this cutscene, and this cutscene actually puts us in a way where we end up inside the cutscene trigger for the cutscene we already skipped. So we can't actually skip the cutscene. We just delay it a little bit. And it makes everything sound kind of weird, because now we've been told, like we've looked around the scene and been told that what happened. And then this guy tells us the exact same thing.
Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with any
Oh my god, that's the best one I've ever seen. Alright, so the chick in the background, I think this is also a PC specific thing. Her animations like to oh, here we go. She likes to do the robot and a lot of really weird moves. She's great. She's not very useful, but she's pretty funny.
Yeah, a lot of the animations seem to be really wonky in the PC version.
Yeah.
Especially like the connection between the heads and the bodies of the characters.
Yeah. Actually, I want to go up here.
Yeah, that's
oh no. Okay, so you can drive through some things, apparently some other things you can't drive through. That's good to know.
Got time for some donations?
Go for it, whenever you want.
Alright. We have $5 from Soya Boy. Me and my former girlfriend speedran LA 2 years ago. Our record is 0 to 03 hours. Greetings from 2 Norwegians at Tomorrowland. Heja Norge!
Excellent.
We also got $5 from Anonymous. I know it's not much, but if you could greet Bim, it would be fantastic. Because he's the one who showed me this really entertaining event. Great work and keep on playing. And also a $5 donation from Virward. With your detective skills, Pat, I'm glad I'm not in LA anymore. Good luck on the run. Love you guys.
Good call. Good call. Thanks for that.
What do you think?
Speak to the wife and get...
Can you tell me what happened?
All right, so once again, we're pretty good with people. We ignored
Appear to be too upset about
Mrs. Black earlier, and now we're once again tasked with delivering the excellent news to
So you probably did well.
victim's wife.
What's that supposed to mean, mister?
Then again, she's not super upset about the situation.
I beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
So this is where we start. Well, where we go more back to the regular 90% routes, where you don't actually care about the results of most interrogations. There are certain questions in certain interrogations that are important. For the most part, they're not. So we just mash the quickest.
Leaving, Lorna, but this doesn't add up. We'll be keeping an eye on you.
All right, I'm gonna do this safe. I'm gonna do this because I'll probably get lost otherwise. Bukowski, excuse me. All right, we got places to be, man. There we go.
Partners, they're just being slow and in your way all the time.
Yeah, but Bukowski normally isn't too bad. There's when you get upgraded to homicide, that's when you start having trouble. There's this guy called Rusty. He's
a pretty nice fella.
Okay. Well,
That's fine.
I meant to do that. I did not mean to hit that mailbox. That was unfortunate. That's fine. It's all good. Car is fine. We just lost the light. It's perfect. So right now you see those little like blue lights and the little telephone icons on my minimap. The game really wants me to call the coroner and see if he has some new info for me. But my spider sense is tingling, so we're just gonna go there. Pretty sure he's already done. Can we hit this? There we go.
She's fine.
That was brutal. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, whatever.
I mean, at least it's close to the coroner.
Yeah. It's not gonna be a long walk. Oh wait.
We don't need a partner.
I just realized this is unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna change things a little bit. We're gonna go back to where we came from. There we go. Let's just backtrack a little bit. Normally here, what I was supposed to do was not pick up the knife earlier, but again, the routes are slightly different in the regular 100% and no skips. So I should have ignored the knife earlier, and that would have made the man at the Mrs. Patterson's house walk back to the bar. He actually walks all the way. You can follow him in the car. It's pretty great. And you can actually push him because he can't die, so you can just push him with the car and he moves really fast. But yeah, he would be at the bar instead of being at the house. But it's like a 10-second difference or something. It's not a big deal. So the best way to deal with a guy running is, of course, just shoot him a couple times and everything. He's fine. Yeah. Main suspect, don't worry about it. We got him. Carefully dealt with. So this case, we once again, I'm expecting an excellent rating. I think we did pretty good. Alright, this vehicle damage is really adding up. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure how this happened. 1 star, perfect. I'm in. All right, so this is the last case of traffic. Traffic desk is reasonably short. However, the first 2 cases are really short, and then the last case is very, very long. But it has some pretty good characters, including Harriet Potter, that you'll get to see in just a sec. And some featuring some more sick driving. We've been doing well so far, so I'm okay with this.
I feel like we can really step up the driving one more notch now.
Yeah, it's just
doing some cool stunts.
We can try. I think I know a shortcut to the hospital actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard.
Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch. All right.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
See you later, fellas.
The guys that just hang around the police station, they normally. Oh my! This could be bad. This. Okay, excuse me. There we go.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Okay, what road should we take? Should we take the stairs or or just drive there normally?
I mean, stairs are for cars, right?
Okay, we can try. Excuse me, sir. I need your vehicle.
I'm sorry, madam. Police officer.
Oh, you're a woman. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Did not mean to assume your gender. This should work. That did not work. Okay, never mind. All right. Science complete. Stairs not for cars. All right. We're learning. Going down works fine. I'm surprised it didn't work up. That's how cars work, right? Okay. You got stuck in a bush. There we go. Oh, yo. There we go. You just need to get like somewhere close to the crime scene, and then you just teleport up. Right, so now we get to a few people's favorite part of Noire speedrunning. It's the classic Panty dance. You have to look at some stuff on the trunk of this car, and you can't really exit out of this any sooner, so you don't have anything else to do, so I just wiggle the stick for a while.
Torn off. Where did you find them?
It was stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace.
Some pretty sick physics there. There we go. Then we get to
Long way from home.
I hesitate to call this a skip.
Driver.
But
It's a very important skip.
Super important skip, head skip. I don't know, don't even have a name for it.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew.
But basically, normally you have to, when you're holding a thing and looking at something, you just have to wait for Cole to finish talking about it. But for this one, if you just mash B like a madman, you just exit out earlier and you stack some dialogue on top of each other. It's pretty good.
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be
So,
my first guess. Then
the coroner keeps talking, and we just leave him
Pull out the
alone.
murder angle?
And then Bukowski starts talking at the same time, so there's a lot of stuff going on.
the accelerator.
The driver's in a fit state. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
All right. And now we get to say hi to the female version of Harry Potter. She has lightning scar and everything. She's also pleasant,
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask
Pleasant
you a few
lady.
questions, if that's
really good at
okay.
lying.
I prefer to use my name.
There we go. Just look at that
June
scar.
You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast of...
I don't like.
People are doing calculations to see how much damage I've dealt. I like it.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs.
It's probably
McAfee.
about like
The officer
1.5
said that you
K or
claimed that you
something
were
in
drugged. Who
car,
did this?
just in car damage.
That rat slipped us some Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey.
So once again, just look at this face.
I can't remember.
How could she be lying? Especially when it changes now. Totally telling the truth. Yeah, I believe that truth. Yes.
Who drugged you, Mrs. McAfee?
You really are a cute detective.
So if you pay attention in like
I'm a little too naive.
the background of the scene, there's like a tow truck
can you tell us
to the
about
right
the
here that
passenger
sometimes
in the
just
car?
disappears and reappears for no seemingly no reason.
Poor Jessica. It's been a rough
Again,
day
the
for
PC
her.
version is pretty jank.
She's desperate to break into movies.
And pedestrians like in the background usually bug out a little bit and have their animations run at like 5 FPS instead of 30.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Also, that guy managed to telepathically put a cigarette in his mouth. That's pretty good.
It was used to
Oh, he
tamper
just
with cars.
You see,
It's clearly
I
the
know you
fastest
don't
path
drive
down.
off cliffs,
photographer just walked
but
through
last thing
a
I
tree.
remember
That's all right.
is getting behind the wheel.
Yeah, so we just mash truth for all this.
Oh, he's back.
Where
I don't know anything about a head.
we're pretty sure
Why
she's
is
telling the
everybody
truth, so
talking
everything
about
is
a
fine.
Goddamn head. Isn't anyone interested in how I am?
Absolutely not.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good
All right.
here. Let's go see if we can shake out of
So, we need to go to the hospital to interview a young lady, and I think I know a shortcut. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. So let's see if this works. Oh, this is a bad start. This is a bad start.
There's a tree in the way.
I'm probably gonna get stuck here, but it should be fun. That's not fun. Okay, we should teleport anyway.
Oh.
Ah, parking
that
job.
works.
Perfect. Excuse me. It's not that long of a walk. Who cares?
Could need some exercise.
Yeah. Excuse me. Look, I almost hit me. I've never done anything wrong.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica.
So you can just drive off the cliff there. It's a pretty fast way of getting down there. It's pretty much as fast as fast traveling, but well, of course we're not doing that, so that's fine.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
So let's just hang out here for a while. Also, Phelps has some issues. He has some problems in life, and
I'd like to talk to you about
he
your
does not
accident.
go well with young ladies. He is not good with young girls. So we're gonna treat this lady pretty
Can you tell me what
poorly
you remember about the
because it's very fast.
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here.
I
Nothing
mean, we're
happened
doing
to
effective police work here.
Yeah.
You're holding out on me, Jessica.
Please, I want my doctor. I'm not sure I can answer any more questions right now.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
So one thing that
Oh, you don't need to worry
rarely
about
actually
me sitting
pays
along
off,
to stay with Aunt June.
but in this specific interrogation it definitely does, is to falsely accuse people of lying and just use whatever evidence you can
Right,
find.
You lie to us.
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
So okay, why would you lie? SeductiveSpatula. Yes, perfect.
Can't you just let me rest?
No.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
God damn it, tell the truth, Jessica.
I am telling you.
Poor girl.
I don't know where the place is. I barely know this city. I think you should leave
This
now.
is something
You're being horrible to me.
you'll recognize from the game if you played it.
Think about going home.
There's a lot of
Getting mixed
cases
up
where
with people who would treat like last
truth,
week's
doubt,
crap.
and lie are very bad options.
I
They
can't
don't
go
really
home.
convey
I want to be a
what
star.
what Phelps will actually say. So sometimes like, I'm not sure that's correct, and then he just accuses someone of murdering their own husband or
That would
something.
be a bad time to forget how to drive, Cole.
All right, so this is another tailing sequence. This one we
Keep LA safe, drive safely.
yeah. I've been doing a good job so far, I think.
Ballard is definitely
So yeah.
up to something.
In this tailing sequence, instead of actually tailing her, we're just gonna drive ahead of her. So as long as we don't drive too far away, we're still within range. I need to get through this intersection. Excuse me.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
So we just hang out here and wait for her, basically. There we go. So now we just park exactly where she'll park, and then we're done. So yeah, we're being super sneaky, just waiting for her.
Do you have time for some donations while we're waiting?
Go for it, go for it.
Alright, we have a $10 donation from Das Yorkie. Just wanted to drop my $10 and put it towards naming the Black Mage Sea Benny. I also want to say much love to all you runners and event stuff and planks and a ton of hearts.
Awesome. So this is normally my favorite action skip because, again, it's a tailing sequence or stealth sequence, I should say. You're supposed to like listen in on her conversation by just being super discreet here with the newspaper.
Then make some calls.
But what you can do when because since you spawn in the car, you can just turn on the sirens immediately and then you instantly fail. Also, if you take a look at the pants on the guy on the left, if we can make it happen again, there we go. Some pretty solid textures going on the left there.
Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 8.
This game unloads textures or goes down to like super low textures as soon as it can.
I caught the film.
All right, so she's done. Okay, I'm gonna do something really dumb. It's funny though. I like it. There we go. Okay, everyone bugged out for a while. So she makes her way back in the car, and I'm not the only one bad at driving. So,
He's fine.
Yeah. Okay, I need my hat though.
Oh yeah, that's
There
very
we go.
important.
Okay. Now back to police work. Excellent. All right.
what's the story?
So now we can do, since Bukowski's in the car, we can do something we haven't been able to do. We can actually ask him for directions, which is, in my opinion, a really nice touch. Where in like GTAs and like other games like this, you would have like a GPS, so you would have a line just showing you where to go. In this game, to be like a bit more authentic, I guess, they instead of that, can we just jump this? Is this a good idea?
Yes, go. Worst thing that can happen is you end up in a hobo camp.
Perfect. Casket's fine. Beautiful. Yeah, the cool thing is, like I said, instead of actually having a GPS, you can just press X while in the car, and he'll tell you, your partner will tell you where to go.
Left, coming up.
It just says left coming up, and stuff like that. But again, it's very minor, but it's just a nice little touch.
You're taking the next right.
Right. So we got a street crime nearby now. So that if we press A, we accept the street crime, basically, because that's how police works. So if we press A here, we get stuck in. We actually get stuck in the mode where we're like supposed to solve the street crime, which is bad because it's slow. All right, so here's the apartment right over here. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. There we go. Beautiful. Car is fine, everyone is fine, cold is fine. It's good.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female.
So this is also an interesting little difference between the regular 90% route and no skips. Is that because we actually drove here and we drove here fast enough, there are guys here that we have to beat up. The fastest way to beat up people is to dodge their first punch and then just punch them. But sometimes people didn't. Yeah, he does not want to punch. There we go. He should be gone now. Oh, okay. All right. Seems a bit excessive, but sure. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Stop punching me. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, direct.
You lost your hat.
We'll find it. That's fine. All right. Oh. Yeah, and you may have seen there, Mrs. Bishop kind of jumped a little bit.
Are you injured,
oh,
Mrs. Bishop?
Yes, Mrs. Bishop, there we go. She kind of like jumped a little.
Horrible, awful men.
The thing they do in this game is they spawn all characters. Like when they spawn into a scene, they spawn like 2 feet in the air and just fall into place. Which is very funny when you can sometimes get to a place before people spawn and then spawn them, which looks very, very dumb. Alright, so once again, there's a ton of stuff we should be looking at here, but I'm gonna admire this picture and then we'll call it quits.
Look at these men in the picture.
Oh, we got the amazing skip that doesn't save any time.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McCaffey.
So there's supposed to be some lines there from Mrs. Bishop where she says like, "Oh, that's my husband with Marlon Hopgood," and stuff like that. So she talks about the picture. Sadly, well, we didn't get that now. We just went straight into the interrogation, but unfortunately, the game just stores that dialogue, so we'll have to wait for it later.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Once again, we just smash truth for everything because it's 9 times out of 10 the fastest option.
Mark feels that June Ballard has limited range and is
When you just blindly believe people when it's incorrect, it's worth noting. When truth is incorrect, picking truth and just blindly believing someone who's lying is usually just result in very, very short lines, like just yes or no.
But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
All right. So now we trigger the lines she had about the picture. So we just wait here. So earlier, when we were supposed to call for an address to somewhere, the bar, and we just drove there instead, that worked fine. In this case, it doesn't. You can drive to the place you're supposed to go, but the dude, Marlon Hopgood, won't actually be there.
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment.
All right, I'm checking my driving notes, which I'm not sure why, because driving is going so well for us so far. So, but yeah. I also have a problem where I write really bad notes, so I'm not actually sure what my notes mean. It's always a good sign.
An aging
Oh,
movie
Bukowski
star
lost his
wanted
hat too.
Scarlett and movie producer's wife.
See his amazingly textured hair instead.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Alright. So now we head over to a store that actually has some really stupid tricks. Are you serious? Get out of my way. Oh my god, everyone's out to get me.
Sorry, sometimes you gotta shake the tree and see what falls out. A lovely matching $5 donation from Anonymous that just came in.
Excellent. Just hang out on the light post, I see how it is. Alright, so let's just use the siren every now and then. It's probably a good idea. Alright, I'm also gonna actually mark this thing on the map, just to be sure I'm actually going the right way. There we go. I just don't want to drive past it. I tend to do that.
So normally you would always have to mark these locations on the map when you let your partner drive?
Yep. I just select it in the notebook when you enter the car, or just mark it on the map. Oh, power slide. Right, so this location has two really dumb tricks. We just call them mirror skip and door skip, and they're highly inconsistent, and we have no idea how they work, which is always a good sign. I'll explain a little bit about the latter when we get there, but yeah, for now there's gonna be like a one-way mirror we need to look at, and sometimes when you hold like down on the stick and mash B like a crazy person, sometimes you just don't have to sit and wait for dialogues for 5 seconds, which is nice. And then there's another thing later on where just some doors just stay open, so you don't have to open them again. Alright, so see how this goes.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
I'm just gonna start mashing now and see what happens. Nope. Alright, so right now we would have exited normally.
There's room on the other side.
If we actually got it. But again, it's pretty inconsistent.
Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert tangled.
And as usual, there's tons of stuff to look at. We don't care about any of it. Alright, so here, my theory is that we stack like sound effects.
Bukowski, get over here.
So I'm yelling at my partner here, so hopefully he'll be talking while I look at this thing. And we have no idea if it actually helps, or if it does anything at all. Okay, the door's closed, unfortunate. But sometimes this door stays open, it's like 1 out of 10 times or something. This door stays open, and this door stays open. And if you see from this like little jog, he stops and then opens the doors. It saves like 4 seconds or something if you get it.
That's just a general thing in this game, that we have these really long cases with really long sections, but then the skips that we found saves like just a couple of seconds or something.
Yeah, that's this game in a nutshell. You can work on this. Oh my god, sir. Oh my god, stop hiding, sir. You okay? Good. I'm probably gonna die here. There we are. Finally. I want to aim at your friend. Excuse me. There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. Right, so I would normally. Where's the moveset again? There we go. Might have also noticed, probably not, but you might have noticed that my my movement with the on the map earlier was way faster than this one. It's because I used both keyboard and mouse and controller for this run. Mostly for the regular 100%, because you sometimes, like we mentioned, a very good strat to finishing cases or failing cases fast is to shoot your friends. Who would have guessed? Oh, all
okay.
those cars just disappeared. That's fine. This is normal.
Yeah, the game doesn't want you to shoot your friends though, so for doing that you need to sort of aim to the side of them and then sort of flick your mouse to shoot them.
Yeah,
which is easier with mouse and keyboard than using
yeah,
controller.
doing that on controller is very janky. Because, like Joel was saying, like you need to aim to the side or the top of them and then just like slide your cursor over and shoot while you're doing that, so the game doesn't realize that you're aiming at someone friendly. So that's what we'd do in this case. We would run away from this guy 3 times and then we'd shoot him 6 times and then we end the case. We're supposed to protect this guy. But in this case, we'll actually try to protect him. So it's just some basic chasing stuff going on. This is it's a very early case, so it's pretty simple stuff. You can do some pretty funny stuff here with these planks. You can actually get ahead of him if you run correctly, and you can run ahead of him and like make all those planks fall. Also here just okay, that was not supposed to happen, but that's fine. Alright, let's just climb this ladder for a while. But yeah, you can run across those planks like ahead of him, but you're not supposed to do that, so his AI just keeps running straight and he falls to his death. It's pretty funny. It's very slow though, which is unfortunate. I also like how in this game, if you do really bad, the characters you're chasing just slow down for you. Don't start running until they're close enough again. Oh god. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, this is the final section of the run. We just protect this guy for a little bit. It's fun. Right, so first objective is gonna be to kill this guy and get his gun. He has a really cool gun. Alright, I'm taking a lot of damage surprisingly. Let's do this.
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
But for sections like this, it's usually nice to be able to use the mouse as well.
Yeah. I'm only gonna use it for like 2 things, but
yeah, the game has a really good auto aim, so usually when you start aiming, it sort of locks on the enemies.
It's pretty insane. But it's very convenient. All right. Remember, I forgot the timer for this, but
Do you have time for some quick donations?
go for it. Go for it. We're just gonna kill some dudes.
All right then. We have $3 from Vertigo that says, "Big love to the ESA folks. Thanks for entertaining Run Spatula."
Oh, welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
We have another $3 donation from Anonymous. What do you mean no skips? You've skipped so many red lights. Great run, Spat. Love from Momo.
Red lights don't count. They're just mere suggestions. It's fun. Alright. So now we need to be kind of careful there because Bishop is very dumb. He likes to run in front of our gun. So we don't want to shoot those barrels of gasoline that Bishop is telling us to blow up because it plays a really long cutscene. Oh god, what is that aim? We kill him. Okay, so now I'm just gonna run for it and just hope Bishop isn't stupid enough to get stuck somewhere. If he does, he's dead. So hopefully we can murder these remaining guys. You like 3 more? Oh, how did he survive? Okay, he died now. Good. You're surrounded. All right. And that's really the end of traffic. Here we do such a good job protecting everyone, not murdering anything or running over any pedestrians, that we get promoted to work with the big boys in homicide. Also, we didn't get a monster load. Normally, one of these loads that are like 6 seconds can randomly be 45 seconds. And this is normally where it splits, so I'll just do it here. There we go. Boom. That's actually not bad. For not being on SSD, that's not bad at all. All right. Even with solid driving.